Welcome to the Introductions Necessary podcast, a daily introduction to the contributions of women working in STEM fields. In order to help his daughter, Marie-Anne, escape a marriage proposal from a nobleman more than 3 times her age, her father asked his colleague, a French nobleman, to marry his young daughter instead. The 28-year-old Marie-Anne Lavoisier agreed to the marriage, and a powerhouse scientific partnership began. Marie-Anne Lavoisier is often considered the mother of modern chemistry, and while the restrictions placed upon women at the time kept her from being considered a proper chemist, she was integral to her husband's work. Marie-Anne desired to be able to assist Antoine in the laboratory, and received formal training from her husband's colleagues to be able to do so. The couple spent most of their time together in their lab. Not only did she keep meticulous records of their experiments, but she also served as editor of Antoine's reports and pushed him to write a proper book on his findings. She trained with a painter in order to properly illustrate the equipment and procedures undertaken in their experimentation, and is the uncredited illustrator of Lavoisier's elementary treatise on chemistry, published in 1789. This work is considered pivotal to modern chemistry, as it presented a new naming system for chemical elements, and the groundwork for modern chemistry with the idea of the law of conservation of mass. In order to help her husband keep up with advances in chemistry, Marie-Anne learned English, and translated the works of many prominent scientists into either French or Latin. One of these was the Essay on Phlogiston and the Constitution of Acids, which she not only translated, but added her own comments and criticism that convinced her husband that the idea of phlogiston was flawed, and led to his studies on combustion and the discovery of the element oxygen. Sadly, the Lavoisiers were caught up in the French Revolution, and both Antoine and Marie-Anne's father were beheaded as traitors in 1794. All of the Lavoisiers' property was seized upon his arrest, and it wasn't until later that he was pardoned and his notes and chemical laboratory equipment were returned to Marie-Anne. After his death, Marie-Anne organized the publication of Antoine's final works, as well as works of his colleagues, showing the principles of their new chemistry. Introductions Necessary is a production of 9 Hour Films. Our music was composed by Kristen Baum. Please visit our website, introductionsnecessary.com, to listen to previous episodes and learn more about the women featured in this program. We would love for you to introduce yourself to us on Patreon. You'll get the latest updates and find out how to support the podcast on patreon.com/9hourfilms. Thank you for listening.